Hey YouTubers, it's me, Lonnie Clark, Nuts for Art again. And this is the first time I've gone out for a walk since the lockdown. And this is there's the river and the main walkway. You can see people and the signposts over there. So that's the main walkway, but I'm on this little back road here. I guess it's where people take their dogs and walk the sideways way. But I'm walking back and forth on it several times. I thought I'd post a video. And I guess today's Easter. I suppose it's like a super holy day. It's when the baby Jesus decided he wasn't going to be dead, or that's their story and they're sticking to it. I guess the vision for 2020 is being implemented, huh? Like, this is the thing. This is partly why I decided to stop my radio program, because really, it's just too toxic. People don't care. We have over 400 nuclear power plants around the world that are all going to collapse and disintegrate when the system collapses. What are we going to do then? I don't know, but we're going to do something. Some of us will survive. Some of us will be okay, or as okay as we could be in those times. You know, that's the thing. Humans are creatures of mothers of invention, right? We'll figure it out. I mean, they've already started the mass death. The culling has started with this bioengineered virus, or maybe it's not even bioengineered. Maybe they just released a naturally transmitted virus on the whole world. They knew. They sat on this. They knew the dollar was going to collapse. They knew our American economy was going to collapse. So now they have a boogeyman to blame it all on. All the while they're dumping while we're in our houses, the NRC has reclassified low-level waste as just regular waste, and they can put it in any landfill. So stop getting your dirt from your local landfills, folks, because, I mean, truth is, you probably never knew anyways. If you live near a nuclear power plant, I can almost guarantee you got nuclear waste in there, because that's how those people roll. They're just making it official. Listen to this. Can we see these birds? I can't see them. They're up there somewhere. So when people tell you there's no life left, it's not true. There's lots of life left. It's just there was a lot more 150 years ago. Let's put it to you that way. And there was a lot more yesterday than there was today, and a lot more than today than there will be tomorrow. And that's how the sixth mass extinction works, right? But life is still beautiful. There is still so much to live for and be grateful for. Just because their plan is to destroy the planet and destroy humanity and all of our humanity and our sense of love for each other, isolating old people, making them die alone, that is the most inhumane, insane thing in this whole process, honestly. That is the telltale all of how you know this is intentionally planned. The cruelty with which they are going after the elderly and the weak is unbelievable. But you know what? There is still a lot of good out here. And the sun shines. And, you know, as long as we can grow a little bit of meager food. Look, even the dandelions. Here's dandelions. You know, you can use these dandelions. Dandelion root tea is really good. You use these leaves. Make these leaves into a tea. Really good for your kidneys. You just want to make sure it's not in a place where it's been sprayed with chemicals, which is probably everywhere, but you know, if you find them growing in your own yard and you don't spray your yard, you could use them. I have been told by my friend Charlotte Anthony, who's a permaculturist, that it takes the earth 3 years to get rid of the chemicals and regrow it into an organic place. If you stop polluting it, it takes up to 3 years. I bet those creatures are happy that we're all staying inside. There's a lot to be said about this, positive aspects of this lockdown. We're learning how to be non-consumers. People are being forced to reconnect with their children and their families. It's very amazing. People are being taught that they can parent their children and educate their children. I don't know. I think you can't undo freedom. I think once people get it in their hearts that they have a right to their liberty, even a battered wife will eventually, well, actually, that's not true. Battered wives usually only leave when they're like in the hospital with strangle marks around their neck. But I pretty much say that's where we're at right now, folks. Time for us to leave the batterer. Like I've said many times, there is no battered country shelter to go to. We just have to walk through this one ourselves and get through it and throw the bums out. Like, I don't know about you guys, but you know, I've been a big Bernie-crat. Here it comes. And all these people that are never Biden, I don't even know if we're going to get there, if we're even going to have an election. I think the Democrats and the Republicans have pretty much given up on the whole thing. And I think that I have no idea, but for sure I'm going to vote whoever is against Trump, because we need a change of bodies. I'm not saying Biden's any better. Just like anybody that they would allow to be up there. None of them are better than the other ones. But we need a new change of group of people. You know, and I know Biden's been firmly ensconced, but, you know, get Trump out and then get Biden in and then get somebody else in. Or, I mean, the whole shit's going to collapse anyways. It's on its way out. It's on its last leg. You know, I mean, I'm really beginning to think that, you know, the oligarchs, okay, they gave this democracy thing a little try for 150 years or so, and they're pretty much fed up with it. That's what the lockdown's about. Get your shots or you don't get to get on the train, just like in China. Get your shots, you can't get on the bus. Get your shots, your kids can't get an education. Get your shots or you can't buy certain foods. You can't go in certain grocery stores. People are going to be begging to get into these FEMA camps, folks. I said this a long time ago. They're not going to have to drag people out in the middle of the night. People are going to be begging to go. Americans need to think. People on this planet need to think. We're just being set up. Fear, false evidence appearing real. That's what this all is. Come on. We have the resources. We can swim our way out of it. We have the physical, emotional. There's even financial resources that could be used to, you know, get us back on the track. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Remember that? That's in our Constitution. Just like the post office is in our Constitution. And traitors in the White House, they want to privatize it so that mailing a letter will cost us $2 to send one letter. These guys are horrible. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to post this up. I don't know how long have I been going. I can't tell on this phone. Oh, 9 minutes and 46 seconds. I see it. I guess that's not too bad. Anyways, I wanted to share this with you. The back. I'm at the end of the line here, so that's the end of the line where you got to go back up. So I'm just going back and forth back here because it's better back here than on the concrete. You know. Truth is, if this COVID-19 thing is real, I really do want to stay away from people. Although I tend to think it really is about covering up for 5G and radiation from nuclear contamination. But, you know, I heard an interview with Chris Busby, and he's like, look, there is some evidence to that, but there's also evidence that this is contagious. So there's maybe an interlinking. We got to study. We haven't done any studying. Oh, listen to those birds. I love them. Where are you? Oh, I think I see him. Hold on. And then I'm going to end. See him right there? That's awesome. This is one